powerful men. One builds rockets, the other builds crowds. One dreams of Mars, the other dreams of America. They come from different worlds, but they both want to lead the same one. A genius, a president, two dreams, one country, and a silent question behind it all. Who will shape tomorrow? This is their story. Chapter 1. Two men, two worlds. Two men, two worlds, but both want the same thing. Power, attention, history, their names, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. One is a genius of machines. The other, a master of words. One speaks through technology, the other shouts through politics. But still, they are everywhere, on your screen, in your news, on your phone. Let's go back to where their stories began. Donald Trump was born in 1946 in New York, a rich boy in a rich family. His father, a builder. Trump watched him build houses, buildings, and money. Young Donald was loud. He liked to be in charge. He wanted to be the best, always. As he grew older, Trump didn't just build with bricks. He built an image, a brand. Trump, big golden letters, hotels, golf courses, towers, and later, TV. The Apprentice made him a star. People watched, people laughed, people listened, and then, in 2016, he became President of the United States. A shock, a surprise. Some said, it's the end. Others said, finally, a real man speaks. Now, look at the other man, Elon Musk, born in 1971 in South Africa. He was not rich, he was not loud, he was quiet, smart, always thinking about the future. At age 12, he made his first computer game. He loved science, space, and strange ideas. He moved to the U.S. with a dream to change the world. First, he helped build PayPal. Then, he wanted more. Tesla, electric cars, SpaceX, rockets to space, Neuralink, chips in the brain. X, the app he believes will rule the internet. Elon doesn't speak like a politician. He tweets, he jokes. Sometimes, people don't understand him, but they listen. Like Trump, Elon Musk became more than just a man. He became a symbol. And now? These two men walk different paths, but sometimes they meet on Twitter, on podcasts, in interviews. Elon says, I believe in free speech. Trump says, Elon is smart, but we'll see. They both fight against the same thing, control, by the media, by the government, by people who tell them, you can't. They don't like limits. They don't like rules. They want to speak. They want to lead. And many people follow, but not everyone. Some fear them. Some laugh at them. Some say, these men are dangerous. Others say, they are the future. So now we ask, What happens when two giants walk the earth at the same time? What happens when one wants to go back to power and the other wants to go beyond the stars? Who will win? Who will change the world? Or will they both fall? Only time will tell. Think about this. Can one person really change the world? Or does the world change the person? Chapter 2. Elon's World, Solar, Smart, and Space. Elon Musk, a name, now bigger than business, bigger than science, almost not human. Elon doesn't live in our world. Not really. He lives in the future. While we think about traffic, Elon thinks about Mars. While we charge our phones, he builds solar cities. While we ask, can AI help us? He asks, will AI destroy us? Let's look at Elon's world, a world of big ideas and even bigger dreams. It started with Tesla. A car, but not just a car. No gas, no smoke, just clean power and quiet speed. At first, people laughed. Electric cars? Too slow. Elon is crazy. But he smiled and built faster ones, stronger, smarter. Now, the world is listening. Tesla cars can drive themselves. They update like phones, and they learn, yes, learn, from every street, every turn. Some say they're just machines. Others say they are the future of driving. But Elon didn't stop there. He looked at the sky and wanted more. SpaceX was born, a rocket company. Yes, rockets. Again, people laughed. Only governments do that. Too expensive, too dangerous. But Elon had a plan. Make rockets cheap, make them come back, send humans to space, and someday to Mars. In 2020, it happened. A SpaceX rocket took real astronauts into orbit. From American soil. A first, a dream, a new chapter in space history. And Elon? He said softly, "This is just the beginning. But there's more, so much more, solar energy. Elon wants homes to get power from the sun. No wires, no pollution, just sunlight and smart roofs, Neuralink. He wants to connect the human brain to computers. Yes, the brain. To help people walk again, to help blind people see, to help all of us think faster. Scary? Maybe. Exciting? Also, yes. And now, AI. Elon is afraid of it. He says, AI is smarter than us. One day it may not need us. So, what does he do? He builds his own AI. He calls it Truth GPT, a robot mind made to help, not hurt. Will it work? We don't know. But Elon is not waiting. He is moving fast. His world moves at rocket speed. Some say it's too fast. Some say we need to slow down. But Elon says, if we don't move fast, we lose the future. And what does Elon want, really? To be rich? He already is. To be famous? he already is. No. He wants something more. He wants to leave a mark. He wants to protect Earth and build a new home on Mars. He wants to say, when the world needed a push, I pushed. But not everyone agrees. Some call him dangerous. Others call him a hero. Some say he's saving the planet. Others say he's playing God. But one thing is clear. Elon Musk is changing everything. So, what do you think? Should one man have this much power, this much vision? Or is he the leader we need for a world that's already changing? Chapter 3. Trump's America. Walls, wealth, and war. Donald Trump didn't want to be a normal president. He wanted to be the boss, like a CEO, like the owner of a big company. Because to him, America is a business, and he was ready to take control. The year was 2016. Millions of Americans were angry. Factories were closing. Jobs were moving to China. People felt poor and forgotten. Trump looked at the camera and said, "Make America great again." And something happened. People believed him. He promised to build a wall on the border with Mexico. To stop illegal immigration, he said, to protect jobs, to stop crime. The idea was simple, but powerful. A wall, a strong line. America first. Some cheered, others cried. Then came the tax cuts. Trump gave big tax breaks to businesses and the rich. He said, "When the rich win, everyone wins." But many workers said, "We don't feel richer." Still, Wall Street was happy. The stock market grew. Trump called it the best economy in history. But there was war too, not with guns, with money. Trump started a trade war with China. He said, "China is cheating. They take our money, our jobs, our factories." So he put new taxes, called tariffs, on Chinese goods. Prices went up. Tension grew. The world watched. And Trump didn't stop there. He left big deals, climate deals, trade deals, nuclear deals. He said, "America first, always." He wanted control. He wanted power. He wanted results. At home, he was like a show. Every day, a new tweet, a new drama, a new fight. He fought the media. He called them fake news. He fought scientists. He fought his own team. But millions still loved him. They said, "He speaks for us. He says what others are afraid to say." Then came the big test. COVID-19. The virus spread fast. Hospitals filled. People died. Trump said, "It's under control. It will go away." But it didn't. Not for a long time. Some said Trump was too slow, too proud, too busy with Twitter. His leadership was under fire. The world was watching again. Then, November 2020. The election. Trump lost. Joe Biden won. But Trump said, "No, I won." He refused to accept the result. On January 6, 2021, a crowd of Trump supporters broke into the U.S. Capitol. A dark day in American history. People asked, "Did Trump cause this?" He said, "I only told them to fight for their country." Even after leaving office, Trump did not disappear. He kept speaking. He kept fighting. He wanted to return. And now, he might run again. The story is not over. Trump's America was not quiet. It was loud, divided, full of energy and anger. Some call him a savior. Others call him a threat. But one thing is true. He changed the game. Now, ask yourself, should a country be run like a business? Or does a nation need more than profit? Chapter 4. When their paths crossed. They were two giants, walking on the same land, breathing the same air, but dreaming very different dreams. Elon Musk, Donald Trump. One wanted rockets, the other wanted walls. One built cars, the other built crowds. But one day, their paths crossed. It started with a meeting. In 2016, after Trump won the election, he called the biggest names in business. He said, "Let's make America strong again." Elon Musk came. He sat at the table, quiet, watching. Trump smiled. He liked Elon's success. He said, "You make great things." For a short time, they worked together. Elon joined the president's business group. He gave ideas. He listened. He hoped for good things, but deep inside, they were very different. Trump didn't care much about climate change. Elon? He was fighting to save the planet. Trump wanted to protect coal. Elon wanted to power the world with the sun. Trump said, "The Paris Agreement is bad for America," and he pulled the U.S. out. Elon said, "If this happens, I'll leave the group." And he did. He walked away. He tweeted, "Climate change is real. Leaving Paris is not good for our future." Then came COVID. Trump wanted businesses open. He wanted things back to normal. Elon? At first, he followed the rules, but soon, he also wanted to open his factories. He tweeted, "Free America now." People were surprised. Was Elon agreeing with Trump? Maybe, but not for long. They both wanted action, but for different reasons. Trump wanted power. Elon wanted progress. And then there was Twitter. Trump used it like a weapon. Tweet after tweet. Anger, pride, fire. In 2021, after the Capitol attack, Twitter banned Trump. He was silent. But later, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Yes, he bought the whole company. He said, "I believe in free speech, even if I don't agree." People asked, "Will Trump come back?" Elon said, "He can, if he wants." Trump didn't return, but he thanked Elon and said, "He's a smart guy." Sometimes they speak about each other, sometimes with respect, sometimes with pride, sometimes with sharp words. Trump once said, "Elon is brilliant, but he's not always loyal." Elon replied, "I don't hate Trump, but I won't be his fan either." They both want to lead, but they lead in very different ways. Trump speaks to hearts. Elon speaks to minds. Trump wants to bring back the past. Elon wants to build the future. And when two big forces walk the same road, there will be noise. There will be sparks. There will be moments when the whole world watches. So, what happens next? Will they work together? Or will they fight for the spotlight? Can two men with two different worlds ever walk the same path? Think about this. Can a country have two types of leaders, one for the people and one for the progress? Chapter 5. Power on Twitter. One app, just one, but it changed everything. Twitter, a place for short messages, quick thoughts, fast news, but also fire, also war, also power. For Donald Trump, Twitter was a weapon. He didn't wait for the news. He became the news. Every morning, millions watched their phones. Did he tweet? What did he say now? He wrote in all caps. He shouted online. He called people names. He made jokes. He made threats. One tweet could shake the world. For Trump, Twitter was like a stage. He didn't need reporters. He didn't need a filter. He wrote what he wanted, when he wanted. To his fans, he was honest. To his critics, he was dangerous. But no one could ignore him. Then came Elon Musk. He used Twitter differently, but the effect was just as strong. Elon didn't shout. He teased. He joked. He surprised. One day, he tweeted, "Thinking of taking Tesla private. Funding secured." The stock market went crazy. People lost money. Others made millions just from a tweet. Sometimes, Elon's tweets were funny. Other times, strange. He made polls. He asked his followers, "Should I sell my Tesla stock?" People voted, and he followed their choice. Imagine that. A billionaire asking Twitter for life decisions. Then, in 2022, Elon did something wild. He bought Twitter, the whole thing, for $44 billion. Why? He said, "Free speech is important. People must speak freely." Some people cheered. Others were scared. After buying Twitter, Elon made big changes. He fired many workers. He changed the rules. He opened the door for people who were banned, even Trump. Trump was allowed back, but he didn't return. Why? Because now he had his own app, Truth Social. Still, Elon's message was clear. Twitter is not just for talking. It's a battlefield. Sometimes tweets are just jokes, but sometimes they start fights. They move markets. They win elections. they change lives. And the strange thing is, each tweet is just 280 characters, small words, big power. But who controls this power? Should one person own the platform? Should there be rules? Or should it be free for all? These questions are not simple, and the world is still debating. Elon and Trump both knew this. Words online can be louder than bombs. And when the world listens, even silence can be noise. Think about this. In a world where one tweet can change everything, who should hold the phone? Chapter 6. The Media Game. Lights, cameras, questions, and always drama. This is the media. TV, newspapers, websites, podcasts, YouTube, a storm of voices, always talking, always watching. But here's the truth. The media is not just about truth. It's about attention. And two men know that game very well. Donald Trump plays it loud. He doesn't hide from cameras. He runs to them. He says what others are afraid to say. He knows what gets a headline. One reporter said, "He doesn't need us. We need him." Every word he speaks becomes a story. Every fight becomes a show. He shouts, "Fake news," but still, he uses the news. He is both the player and the fire. Elon Musk plays a different way. He doesn't do big speeches. He tweets. He surprises. He makes mystery. Sometimes he says nothing. Other times, just one word, and the media goes wild. He speaks in short clips, on podcasts, on X, on stage, but not like a politician, like a creator. He doesn't chase the media. He makes the media chase him. But here's the secret. Both men need the media. And the media needs them. Why? Because media runs on views. More drama, more clicks, more money. And who gives them that drama? Trump, Elon, and others like them. It's a cycle, a loop. The news says, "Look at what he did," and people rush to see it. Then Trump answers, or Elon replies, and the cycle starts again. But not everything is a game. The media can also hurt. It can twist words. It can repeat lies. It can make someone a hero or turn them into a villain. Trump says, "The media lies." Elon says, "Some journalists want power, not truth." Are they right? Or are they just angry when the news is not nice? Some people say, the media should be free, honest, careful. Others say, it's broken, full of bias, too fast. But one thing is true. Media today is not slow. It moves with your phone. It follows your likes. It watches your face. It knows what you want before you say it. So now, the question is, who's winning the media game? The one who shouts, the one who surprises, or the one who stays silent and lets others talk? Trump uses emotion, fear, pride, power. Elon uses ideas, dreams, curiosity, change. They are different players, but they are in the same game. And the prize? Your attention. Think about this. Do you control what you see in the media? Or does the media control what you think? Chapter 7. Business versus politics. Two worlds. Two types of power. Business and politics. One creates, the other controls. One builds dreams, the other makes rules. But what happens when they meet? Let's look at two faces, two names we know. Elon Musk, the businessman. Donald Trump, the politician. But wait, Trump was also a businessman. And Elon? He often talks like a politician. So, where is the line? Where does business end and politics begin? In the business world, Elon Musk is a king. He runs Tesla. He runs SpaceX. He runs X, formerly Twitter. He builds rockets, cars, satellites, even brain chips. He moves fast. He takes risks. He says, if something is important enough, do it, even if you fail. In politics, this is dangerous. Why? Because politics is slower, more careful. It uses rules, laws, votes. Business follows opportunity. Politics follows order. But sometimes they mix. In 2020, Elon needed his factory open. The government said no because of COVID. Elon fought back. He tweeted, "I will open anyway." People asked, can a businessman break the rules of a government? That question was never fully answered. Trump, on the other hand, came from business, hotels, towers, TV shows. He said, "I will run the country like a company." But running a country is not the same. You can't fire Congress. You can't cancel democracy. He learned that the hard way. Business is about profit. Politics is about people. Elon says, let's go to Mars. Trump says, let's protect America. One looks up to the stars. The other looks back at the flag. Elon wants a world with robots and space homes. Trump wants a strong border and national pride. They are both leaders, but of very different kinds. Still, in today's world, the line is thinner than ever. Tech billionaires are starting to sound like presidents, and presidents are acting like CEOs. Is this good? Some say yes. They say business is smart, fast, and strong. Others say no. They warn businessmen are not elected. They don't answer to the people. So, who should lead? The mind or the vote? The richest or the chosen? Elon didn't run for president, not yet. But many listened to him, more than they listened to any leader. Trump became president. But after that, he made his own app, his own platform, his own rules. They both want power, but from different roads. This is the question of our time. Can technology govern us? Or will politics always stay stronger? Is the future written by machines or by laws? And who decides? Think about this. Would you trust a genius with no limits, more than a leader with many? Chapter 7. Business versus Politics. They come from different worlds. The businessman, the politician. One wants to build the future, the other wants to control the present. But now, their paths are crossing. Can business lead a country? Can technology rule a nation? These questions are not science fiction anymore. They are real. They are now. Let's look closer. Elon Musk, a man of innovation. He builds rockets. He creates electric cars. He connects brains to computers. He talks about Mars as if it's the next neighborhood. He says, "I don't wait for change. I create it." That's how business thinks. Fast, bold, free. But business is not democracy. It's not about votes. It's about results. Now, look at Donald Trump. He was a businessman too. Hotels, towers, TV shows. But when he became president, he entered a new game. A game with rules, with law, with opposition. And Trump didn't like waiting. He wanted to act fast, like in business. He said, "Why so much talk? Let's just do it." But politics moves slow, because it must listen to everyone. That's the fight. Speed versus system. Profit versus people. Elon wants to fix the world with science. Trump wants to defend the country with power. Both want to lead, but they lead with different tools. Some people love Elon. They say, "He is the brain we need." Others say, "He was never elected. Why should he decide? He owns companies. But should he own influence too?" In 2022, he bought Twitter. One man buying the platform of free speech. People asked, is this business or is this power? Today, the line between politics and business is thin. Companies now affect laws. Apps change opinions. Billionaires shape the news. Some say, we need smart people to lead. Others say, we need fair people to lead. Can we have both? Elon doesn't call himself a politician, but many listen to him like a president. Trump was elected. But even after leaving office, he still leads millions. Both have power, but only one was chosen by the people. So, who really rules? The businessman, with money and machines, or the politician, with laws and votes? And what happens when one person has both? Think about this. In the future, will elections choose our leaders, or will tech giants take their place? Chapter 7. Business versus Politics. What rules the world today? Is it government or genius? Politics or technology? It's not an easy question, but it's one we must ask. Because now, The lines are blurry. The worlds are mixing. The players are changing. Let's look at the two sides. On one side, business, fast, creative, led by ideas and invention. And on the other side, politics, careful, traditional, led by laws and public votes. These two sides were once separate, but now they are fighting for the same thing: control. Look at Elon Musk. He is not a president, not a minister, but he speaks like a leader. People listen, they follow, they trust his vision. He builds rockets, he sends satellites into space, he buys platforms like Twitter. He talks about the future, and people believe him. He says, "I want to help humanity. I want to save Earth and go to Mars." Big words, big dreams, and big influence. Now, look at Donald Trump. He was a businessman, then became a politician. He ran the country like a CEO. He made fast decisions. He used simple words, and he connected with millions. He said, "Politics is too slow. We need action." Some people loved it. Others were afraid. But he changed how politics looks. He made it louder, faster, more like business. Now imagine a world where billionaires can shape elections, where tech companies can ban or boost voices, where one app can start a movement, where one man can speak to 100 million in one tweet. That world is here. So the question grows louder. Who leads better? The elected president or the tech genius? One understands people. The other understands systems. One listens to votes. The other listens to numbers, code, and data. One speaks from a podium. The other speaks from a screen. Some say, we need innovation. Let business lead. Others say, business is not democracy. Because a business is private. It's not built to share power. It's built to win. A government must be open, fair, and chosen by the people. So what happens next? Elon is not running for office, but he influences the world like a world leader. Trump is not in power now, but he is still in the game, still speaking, still followed, and both of them change the way people think about leadership. Will tomorrow's president be a politician or a programmer? Will we vote with our hands or with our clicks? And if power is no longer in government buildings, but inside apps, screens, and satellites, then who really governs? Think about this. Can a mind full of ideas lead a world full of people better than a system built on choice? Chapter 8. The People's Voice. The world is full of noise. News, tweets, speeches, videos, so many voices. But one voice still matters most. The people's voice. In every country, in every city. People ask the same questions. Who will speak for us? Who understands our real life? Who sees our pain, our hope? These are not easy questions. And the answers? They are never the same. In some places, the people vote. They choose their leaders. They choose their laws. Democracy. A system where the people are the boss. But is it working? Some say yes. Others feel unheard, ignored, invisible. They say, they promise during elections, but forget us after. Then, someone new appears, a different kind of leader, louder, stronger, more real. Sometimes it's a politician. Sometimes it's a businessman. Sometimes just a person with a camera and a phone. People listen. They feel seen. They feel power. And that's where things change. Donald Trump used simple words. He spoke about jobs, money, and fear. He said, "I hear you. I will fight for you." Millions believed him. Millions voted for him. He made politics feel like a show, but also like a voice. Elon Musk doesn't run for office, but people still follow him because he talks about the future, because he dreams big. And sometimes that's what people want. Not just safety, but vision. But not everyone agrees. Some say, these men speak to crowds, not to individuals. They play with emotion. Others say, they are the only ones who care. So, what is the truth? Maybe the people don't want perfect leaders. Maybe they just want someone who listens, who feels real, who doesn't hide behind a suit or a smile. Someone who says, yes. Life is hard, but we can do better. The people's voice is not always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper, a silence, a tear, but it is still there. In protests, in songs, in votes, in silence. In 2024 and 2025, the world is watching. Who will the people choose? Someone from the past? Someone from the future? Someone strong? Or someone soft? A genius with machines? Or a leader with heart? Or maybe someone new? Because in the end, power only lasts if the people allow it. And the people are watching, waiting, thinking. Think about this. What kind of leader would you choose if your voice could shape tomorrow? Chapter 9, 2025. A turning point. Every country has a moment, a day, a year, where everything changes. For our world, that year might be 2025. A turning point, a moment between what was and what comes next. The signs are everywhere. The economy is shaking. Prices go up, jobs go down. People feel afraid and angry. Why is everything so expensive? Why can't I save? Who is in control? Big questions. No easy answers. In politics, the world is divided. East and West. Old ideas and new powers. Trade wars. Cold words. Some countries say, we want peace. Others say, we want power. and the line between friend and enemy is getting thin. In the streets, protests grow. People want more justice, more jobs, more truth. Young voices are rising. They say, "We are not afraid. We want change now." But change is never quiet. Then comes the tech. Fast, smart, everywhere. AI writes books, answers questions, even creates music and videos. Some call it a miracle. Others call it a monster. What if it takes our jobs? What if it becomes too smart? At the same time, machines get stronger. Faster cars, smarter robots, digital money, new rules. But who writes those rules? Who controls the code? Then, in the middle of all this, a crisis hits. Maybe it's economic. Maybe it's social. Maybe it's something no one saw coming. A cyber attack? A financial crash? Or maybe a moment of peace? A new global deal? The world holds its breath. Because this is 2025, and something big is coming. Some leaders want to fix things. Others want to fight. Some build walls. Others build bridges. But people are watching. People are tired. People are ready. Trump wants to return. He says, "I will finish what I started." Elon keeps building. He says, "We must move fast, or we fall behind." Two men, two roads, both racing toward a world that is breaking or being rebuilt. The media is loud. The internet is wild. Everyone talks. But who listens? And in this noise, something is changing. People are not just followers. They are thinkers, creators, voters. 2025 is not just a date. It's a door. Behind it, a new future. But will it be better or worse? The answer is still unknown because the story is not finished. Not yet. Think about this. When the world reaches a turning point, will you wait for change or help create it? Chapter 10. Who owns the future? The world is changing, faster than ever before. Machines are learning. Money is moving. Power is shifting. So now, one big question remains. Who owns the future? Is it the richest? The smartest? The boldest? Or is it something else? Something we don't fully understand yet? Let's look around. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. It writes. It speaks. It even creates art and music. Some say, AI will help us live better lives. Others warn, it may take control. What if the future is not ruled by humans, but by code? Then there's money. Not coins, not paper, but digital money, crypto, blockchain, invisible but powerful. People trade it in seconds. Countries fear it. Banks try to control it. Some ask, is this real freedom? Or just a new way to be controlled? And of course, there's data. Everything we do, click, swipe, share, is recorded, saved, used to sell us products, used to show us ads, used to shape our thoughts. But who owns that data? The people or the platforms? Look at the names we know. Elon Musk builds rockets and satellites. He can send messages from space. He owns companies that touch every part of life. Cars, brains, speech, energy, space. Donald Trump changed politics with just his voice, with crowds, fear, and fire. He doesn't need power to have influence. These are not just men. They are symbols of new power, of a new game. And in this game, the rules are still unclear. Who writes them? Who enforces them? And who decides if they're fair? Governments try to catch up, but business moves faster, technology moves faster, and sometimes people feel left behind. So now, we ask, will the future belong to the builders, to the dreamers, to the coders, or to the people, to the voters, the teachers, the workers, the ones who live, not just lead? Because owning the future is not just about power. It's about responsibility, wisdom, courage. It's about seeing beyond profit and protecting the planet, the people, the truth. The future is coming. We can't stop it, but we can shape it. Together or divided. Smart or dangerous. Hopeful or broken. Think about this. If you could design the future, not for power, but for people, what would you choose?